How we all doing? I'm gonna be checking out some toys I picked up the other day. Uh, I maybe overpaid for this bag. It was $5, which I try to keep it around 3 if I can. However, in looking at it, I saw the Paw Patrol, which those are always good sellers. These dinosaurs I think are mostly junk. But then we had this eagle, and it is a Schleich Eagle, which I've never seen before. I pick up all the Schleich stuff I can. Value's kind of all over the place, quite frankly, but an eagle, what could be more American, right? Cree, cree, I am an eagle, he would say if he could speak. So, start with him. Looks pretty solid. Has like a rock perch that's flat. I couldn't really see what he was, except if you flip up his tail, you could see the writing on the underside of his tail. So, doesn't appear to have any flaws to it, anything like that. So, I'll put him over here. We're just going to sort this bag. I might price a few of them. I try to do 3 listings a day. So, we're going through the bag and determining value, and we'll talk about what is and what isn't valuable. So, dinosaurs. Dinosaurs run the gamut from super valuable to super garbage. So, this one has a movable jaw with detail. This is pretty nice detailing, actually. Even the tongue has grooves on it. The teeth are nice. There's a code. And Carnotaurus, made in Indonesia is all it said. No branding on it, which is a problem. Typically means it's going to be pretty much worthless. Even if something is nice, the problem is if it's not branded, no one will ever find it. You might be looking for this particular type of dinosaur, but chances are you have an idea of who you want making it. So you would search for Imperial Carnosaurus, and you're not going to find this guy. So even if he's a nice figure, which this isn't a bad figure at all, it's pretty much impossible to sell it. I will set him aside for a Google image search, but chances are it is going to go to my kids, even though it was pretty nice. Wow. I'll set him aside over there for the image search. Next up, we have a big ol' veggie eater. It used to be Brontosaurus when I was a kid, and then I heard that the Brontosaurus never actually existed, and that kind of blew my mind. And I don't know if that's real or not. Like, it was actually, they thought it was a Brontosaurus, but it was actually like 2 dinosaurs that like died on top of each other, so they put them together, and it was not. I think we just got to admit as a society we don't know anything about dinosaurs and just leave it at that. It's an Argentinosaurus. That and all these dinosaurs came out like after I wasn't a kid. I swear we had maybe 8 entire dinosaurs in the 80s, and now Argentinosaurus, really? So this is from the same maker as the other one. Just, you can tell by the style. So we're kind of stuck in that same thing. So usually with dinosaurs, the best sellers and the easiest sellers are Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park dinosaurs will have the Jurassic Park stamp on one of their feet. And a lot of times they have something like a QR code that's hidden in their back that you would pull up and scan. So again, decent quality. This is what's this? Dimetrodon. Okay, so this was one of the 80s dinosaurs that we had back in the day. But same company. So I kind of suspected this bag would be underwhelming because I could tell outside the bag that these were not branded. So this one just says China on his foot, and it's actually not the same as the other ones. It has no articulation at all, unlike the other ones. Solid plastic. Nothing to it really, and no branding. I'm just going to pitch this one in the garbage. Alright, got an Earth Day Hot Wheels. So, Hot Wheels, I typically, it's like a soda bottle. Is that the gig? Like a recycled soda bottle, maybe? Turned into a car. Did that happen? But, typically Hot Wheels and Matchbox, I do 5 for $9, and I lead off with, an interesting one. This probably ain't it. This would be the one of the 4 that are not perhaps interesting. Not that I move those. I'm going to end up doing a Hot Wheels or Matchbox show at some point here. Oddly enough, my kids have this one, so I know that this is a color changer. I don't think it would actually tell you anywhere on it. Scorpedo Hot Wheels. I don't see a year, but we bought it new for a 5-year-old about 3 years ago, so it's got to be around that. I feel like something broke off of it though. I have to look at his and see what's missing, but you can see there's like an indent or something slotted in here, and I don't know what it could possibly be. I'll throw them in the Hot Wheels bag and figure it out. Got whatever this is. It's a moose made for McDonald's, 2019. Any McDonald's toy under 20 years old has no value, it's not worth listing. We have a stationary Marshall from Paw Patrol. All Paw Patrols are valuable and worth listing if I get 3 different ones. So that's one Marshall and another Marshall. This one has articulation. This backpack doesn't do anything. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And we got Chase. This one's actually in kind of rough shape. See his paws got scraped up at some point, his side of his head. Got something gross in his ear. I guess I'll clean that at some point here. 2 Marshalls and a Chase. I need 1 more Paw Patrol. Probably do a Paw Patrol video as well in the near future here. However, it looks like he's missing something. No matter. People love him. Very, very popular. Alright, we got a button. Cat and ramen pin. $2. So, yeah, let's throw that away. We have a Spider-Man Duplo. You can tell by the structure of that, it's going to be a Duplo versus probably not a Mega Bloks. I don't think Mega Bloks would be able to get the licensing on this. So this is probably sellable, more than likely, or I could just throw it in and do like a Spider-Man lot and just have like a random thing. And then we got another Hot Wheels Blade Raider. It's plain, but it's not really interesting at all. So throw that in my die cast. It's not a great bag. So we got our Schleich Eagle, Spider-Man block. We got these 3 dinosaurs. Let's see if we can track down what company made these and if they carry any value at all. So I'm going to go with this one because it had a really weird name. That's going to dramatically narrow down our search parameter here. Argentinosaurus figure. We'll see what comes up. Alright, so his jaw is open, legs move, and he has a swishy tail, so I think this is actually the one. Let's look at the pattern here. He's got the 3 big and 3 little, and then the dots. Back looks a little different though. But the tail curves away. Head rotates a little bit. Oh, I think it might be this one. That one looks to be the same Kid Galaxy. I've heard of the name. I don't think they're... So the blotches are different on this one too. Front leg looks the same, interestingly. The face is the same. The tail is different. So the blotches on the body are different as well. Screw holes are the same. And let's see if we can zoom in. Yeah, the writing's here. This has to be the same figure. So they both have like writing on their butt. Manufacturer wouldn't really necessarily put it in the exact same spot. But the pattern's different. This is quite odd. You figure they'd be all cookie cutter if they're from the same company. And then people are going to copy each other's listings, so I can't necessarily say this is a Kids Galaxy, but for argument's sake, we're just going to say it is. So we got 75 listings of this particular species of dinosaur. 75, 3 sold, and none of them are the ones I have. And this one is actually a like rather famous dinosaur line, so it ain't that. So yeah, I'm donating these dinosaurs to my kids because there's no possible way I would ever sell this thing. It's too bad. I think I found this one and the leg was broken. It was a very brittle dinosaur and it was 20 inches tall. So it was pretty enormous. But I found it at a yard sale and the leg had like completely shattered. And then I gave it to my kid and I think it broke, like him just playing with it. It shattered. It might be some toys run into problems like decades later where they produce them in a certain way. You know, the toy manufacturer's making something to sell today. They're not necessarily going to be like, hey, I wonder what's going to happen in 30 years when this intellectual property is not around and all the kids that played with these are adults. So like Masks, the show from the early 90s, those toys, the helmets, which was the entire point of the show, is the masks. All the helmets disintegrated over time. If they were left out, they just literally crumbled. And if you find one still in the box, sometimes you can take them out and they're okay, and sometimes you take them out and they disintegrate in your hand. Quite odd. So I'm gonna put these aside for my kiddos to check out in the morning, and they will be thrilled, but I cannot turn a dime on them. So here I am trying to make my $5 back with these two. So we'll go with the Spider-Man. I'm thinking it's Duplo. Spider-Man Duplo motorcycle. Now these are sold listings. Gotta clear that out. And there we are. let go Duplo. So they merged at some point. There's the motorcycle. I don't know why it says motorcycle ATV. It's I don't know, you can call it something with fat tires an ATV, I guess. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. So definitely out there. Of course, I don't have the Spider-Man that goes with it. So we got one for 8, which is pretty much the default. A 12, a 15. All right, we'll catch our sold listings here. So basically, if it doesn't sell individually, I'm going to set it aside. I'm going to do something superhero related, do a lot of just random superhero stuff or a Duplo lot or something. And that's kind of sounds like the soup of the day if you resell, is just putting stuff of limited value aside until you can turn it into value. And that's honestly where almost half my listings come from. Half my selling listings, in fact, is stuff that I just kind of bagged up. You know, a few Paw Patrols, they go great. I don't necessarily go out to buy them, but they're frequently thrown into toy bags. So I got 2 motorcycles for 14. And a different motorcycle, got the same one with the figure for 16. Same with figure for 15. 3 cycles for 25. Now the important thing too is 402 sales. So these things do sell. I'm almost tempted to list it at $8 because chances are somebody might grab it. The other listings were 12, 15. One of them was 8, but I might have a better seller rating than that guy. So me listing it for 8 might actually get it out the door. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Get a little like ice cream or something on it. I just noticed that. So get our trusty baby wipes out. Baby wipes are gentle, they're not going to hurt paint or anything. And if I need something a little abrasive, I use a dry paper towel. I don't use any chemicals of any kind. If I'm not sure how to clean something and this doesn't work, I generally just sell it as is, saying, look, here's what's wrong with it, and you can clean it up. Basically, like My Little Ponies, you'll get them with like different hair products in them, and it messes with the plastic. I don't know enough about it. It's kind of not worth my while to even, figure it out. If I can only get another $1 out of it, but people will gladly pick them up, especially if they're planning on like cutting the hair and whatnot. All right, so take our photo. It was awfully shiny. Yeah, whatever. It'll work. People know what's up. So, we're listed for 8. Hoping my seller ranking works in my favor here. I have a top seller badge, and I have 99.3% satisfaction rate, so that typically is going to get me some good sales. I'm just looking for a good description to rip off, basically. So it says it's a 2009. I don't have a way to confirm that, but that sounds good. And get that listed for $8. Then we can move on to this eagle. The whole reason I bought the bag, the eagle had better pay for that bag. There really is no reason it shouldn't. I think at worst it would get 8, but I kind of think it's going to be one of the more popular non-horse figures. You know, Schleich is a horse brand almost first and foremost. It's also a dog brand. Most of the dog figures you get are popular and they sell for good money. Sometimes up to $25. Sold a few golden retrievers for good money, huskies. All right, so Spider-Man listed. Then we got the majestic eagle ready to swoop in and eat whatever eagles eat. Fish, I guess. I think they live near water. So I'll just get my listing started here. Schleich Eagle. Let's see. Get the year. I want to say it was 2004. Either 4 or 1. I can't really tell because the number's like in the groove of its tail. But check her out here. Alright, so not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I think it's that one. Head seems different. It might just be angled. Oh, it might be laying down, actually. Lay it down, of course. It's going to look kind of funny. So that's saying 2001, which it's either 2001 or 2004. That one looks similar, but the base looks completely wrong. Somebody paint the base? Like, the whole thing looks wrong, actually. Head's different. Like, the head looks... It might just be a terrible camera. Because, like, look at that base. That's weird. Yeah, I think maybe they tried to paint it themselves or something. It doesn't even look like the other one, does it? No, this one looks very much like mine. $2001. I don't know. Bald Eagle collectible. Like the stone, like there's this like vein of stone and it has that. The feet posture, everything's the same. It just looks like the paint's a little different. And the color's a little different. Is mine the weird one? Or is everybody just copying a listing and it's not actually... Like, this one is green. With tag intact. Let me get my phone light and really get in here. So that's the other thing. It says made in Germany. Typically these are made in China or Tunisia. Yeah, it's definitely a 2001 and actually made in Germany. So we'll just say that perhaps the cameras are odd on those listings. Maybe it's my monitor, a combination of all things. Let's get to brass tacks here. What does it go for? Do we pay for the bag? Or did I waste my time? No way I wasted my time. The Paw Patrols are going to pay for the bag with the Spider-Man bike we already listed. Alright, so exact same one. That was best offer accepted, so we don't know what that is, but call it 10. Try throwing the year in here. So down to 5 listings. Here he's included in a set. Here it's 10. Here it is 15. Go back to listings and see if 10 is just going to be it, or if 10's going to undercut people. Yeah, looks like we're going to do 10. So he paid for the bag. He carried us out of a loss. I'm assigning a gender to this eagle, like, I don't know. I wonder if it's common for guys to assume he and women to assume she. Everybody assumes he. I'm saying this is a dude eagle, though. So $10 makes us $5, which pays for the bag. So not a spectacular bag. We didn't really get anything out of it. Didn't learn too much either. But it's not a loss. Anytime you can walk away not losing money or doing something, it's a listing. It's another chance for a good review. More stuff in the inventory. So, all right, that's it for us today. I think tomorrow we'll hit some backlog, maybe do some of those Paw Patrol toys, or maybe some Hot Wheels. See how we're feeling about it. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.